Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for June 24th, 2019. This is the show where I give you a quick look at some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my thoughts on them. If you want to learn more about these stories, come up with your own opinions. In the show notes down below, I'll put a link to each story so you can read them for yourself and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high-cost cable TV to still watch the shows you enjoy. Well, let's dive into it. It's been a busy weekend. Hopefully yours was a relaxing, fun one. But there's some good deals out there. There's some big news that happened over the weekend. So let's take a look at it. First of all, real quick, I know I've talked about this again, but it's coming to an end. So I wanted to let everybody know, once again, Curiosity is giving $10 off, or a $10 Amazon gift card, I should say, if you subscribe to their $20 a year subscription. You need to sign up for the $20 a year annual subscription. And basically you get half that back with the $10 Amazon gift card. CuriosityStream is a on-demand service created by the original founder of the Discovery Channel and has a ton of the very similar, we'll call it, programming to what early Discovery content was. So if you missed that old Discovery Channel, TLC, all that kind of stuff, a lot of stuff from like the Science Channel and more, some of the hosts even are now appearing on CuriosityStream. So check it out. While it may not be the exact same program, it's I believe the same quality and same lineup. So check it out. Link in the show notes down below to that deal. All right, let's jump into it because there's a lot happening. Right off the bat, the first story of the day I want to talk about is cord cutters need to rescan their antennas. Now, if you've been a long-time listener to my show, reader of the site, you know I often talk about rescanning because new channels are launching, which is happening. You know, Cord TV launched last month and more in over-the-air markets. Well, there's even more on the way now, and there's some that are being repackaged. So many years ago, previous administration, previous FCC board had an auction to sell a bunch of spectrum that was used by TV stations to be used now for 5G and other projects. This new move requires some TV stations to change their frequency. So when they change, you're going to have to rescan your antenna. For instance, you know, if you have a channel 8, it may be now on channel 12 or something, or channel 5 or whatever it may be. Now the good news is it's very simple. You just rescan your antenna and it works, but you need to remember to do it. Some TVs do it automatically. I think the HD home runs do it automatically, but many do not. So you need to always remember to rescan your antenna. And the FCC even created a 1-800 number to help you be able to rescan your TV if you are not quite sure how to do it. I'll put that phone number in the story down below about this. But I always recommend every month or two, hit that rescan button. It takes a few seconds. I've had it where I found other channels pop up. Right here in my home area this year, we've had several new stations launch, including the new Cord TV. So make sure you check that out. But if your stations haven't changed now, we're kind of at the peak time where this channel numbers are changing. It'll probably happen in the next few months. We have a link in the show notes down below where you can actually enter your address and see, or your zip code I believe it is, and see when channels in your area will be changing their frequency and what they'll be changing to. So check that out in the show notes down below. All right, next story up of the day, Tivo. We learned last week that they were working on a new DVR for cable companies, had a spot for a cable card and more. Well, now we've confirmed that Tivo, the new Tivo Edge, which has an updated processor and what we can see up to at least 2 terabytes of data or storage available, is going to be coming out with a cord cutting focused one for antennas. This new DVR is called the Tivo Edge for antennas. It's made by Aris, which is now partnered with Tivo. They're handling the hardware side of Tivo now. And we don't know when this is going to come out. ZatzNotFunny.com spotted it in an FCC filing. Dave Zatz has a great history of tracking down FCC filings for companies like Tivo and running with it. So it's good news to see Tivo come out with a new DVR for cord cutters. It seems like an updated processor may be the big change here from the current Tivo Bolt for cord cutters, which isn't even that old. But we'll see what happens. Tivo also has other things in the works, like the ability to stream your Tivo DVRs to your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. That was announced back at CES in January. Still no date on when that will happen. Hopefully soon. But let me know, are you a Tivo user? Do you like your Tivo? Would you recommend a Tivo to other cord cutters or not? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Also, with the antenna rescan, before I forget, have you recently rescanned and found new stations? Or have you been impacted by the repack where channels are moving? Leave us a comment, let me know. I'll love to hear from you. Well, I've been talking for years about the importance of free ad-supported streaming services, how the content's gotten better, the selection's gotten better, and it seems like that may be sinking in. Tubi, today announced that they have 20 million active users in the last month, and they've streamed over 94 million hours worth of shows. Tivo shouldn't do two T's in a row. Tubi also reports that they had their best revenue month ever. Very interesting. Tubi seems to be very aggressive and wanting people to know that people are using our service. They're probably trying to stand out from a growing field of competition with the Roku channel, IMDb TV, and more, all jumping into the ad-supported streaming service. There are many. You got Pluto TV, you got the Roku channel, you got Crackle, which was recently sold to the company behind Chicken Soup for the Soul books and streaming services, and many others out there. Zumo being another very popular one. And Tubi has a very large catalog. They're partnering with companies like NBC Universal, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, and more to bring tons of movies to the Tubi streaming service with ads. Now, like I always said, it doesn't hurt to have these. For instance, if you're a Seinfeld fan, you don't want to subscribe to Hulu just to get Seinfeld, well, Crackle every month has a rotating selection of Seinfeld episodes. So there's a lot of really good content here. Tubi has a ton of good movies. So I'd love to hear two things from you. Do you use Tubi? Do you like it? What movie or TV show would you recommend that's on Tubi right now? Leave us a comment. Let us know. I'll love to hear from you. All right, next story up of the day. Last story too. PlayStation View's core sales coming to an end. Now, you can't get this deal anymore, but the reason I wanted to talk about this is a few months ago, Sony ran a deal where if you upgraded or changed your plan to the core package, you would get 2 months of their service for $10 off. Typically $49.99 a month. You could get the first 2 months for $39.99. New subscribers could get this, and current subscribers that went to the core package could also get it. The important thing is, it's now coming to an end. So if you got this deal, be careful, because your next bill may be charged at the full rate, because it was good for 2 months, and then when those 2 months ended, it was supposed to roll over. So if you don't want to pay $49.99, you either need to cancel, switch to their cheaper plan, or look at your options, or just stay with it if you're happy. But I wanted to point this out to remind you all, the great thing about these services are you can get a sale and discounted. We just had the Star sale for $5 for the first 3 months. And then you need to remember, at the end of those 3 months, it goes back to the normal price. Now, what I have just started getting the habit with these are going into like my calendar app, setting a reminder with like notifications like a week out, 3 days out, the day before, and more, so I don't forget to cancel or change if I decide I don't want it. I would highly recommend you take advantage of those calendar alerts on your smartphone or your computer or email reminders, whatever works for you, to make sure you remember on these. But I'll put a link to this story down in the show notes down below so you can read about it. Love to know though, did you take advantage of the core sale? How did it work for you? Were you enjoying the features it came with, the channel lineup came with? Let me know. I'll love to hear from you. And keep an eye over at CoreCarsNews.com on the deal tab. If another deal like this pops up from Sony or another service, we'll be posting about it at CoreCarsNews.com in the deal tab up top. We often do, like with CuriosityStream, when it runs for weeks on end, we often post about it a couple times because we know a lot of people don't read our site every single day, and you may have missed the first story. So we'll reshare it again so you don't miss the stories or deals like this when they come up. Well, I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I had a really good weekend. I did lose my deck, unfortunately, in a windstorm. A tree took out the deck. That's fine. Fortunately, our insurance company's being really good about it and taking care of a full replacement on that. So good news to hear that. But I'd love to know, how was your weekend? Hopefully you had a good one. And check back all week. We have a ton of core cutting related news happening right now. So I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. If you've been here a while, don't forget to ring the notification bell, because that's the only way to make sure you don't miss any of our great videos. and we'd love to hear from you. So hang in there. Some big plans this week for the YouTube channel, some new videos on the way, and many more. So thank you for your support. I'll see you the rest of this week. Don't forget Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern for our cord cutting Q&A. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks everybody for your support. I really appreciate it.